We have Solana, symbol SOL, versus the dollar. This one being requested by Mr. Jack Assman of our lovely community. He's looking at, we're just going to look at all time frames, actually. Anyways, first and foremost, did we hit our $100 target? Holy shit! We hit the $100 target, and a little bit of a sell-off off of that lovely, very round and even psychological number, as you would expect. But is that the end of the rally? Is this all done? Is it over for forever? Well, in this case right here, because it is trending, I will bring it over to my secondary charts. Let's see what we're doing on this exact schedule. In fact, the daily selling off the top side trailing band thus far, not a humongous issue, at least in my opinion, just yet. I wouldn't be too concerned about this one until it actually goes back down below about 84 and a half in this case. We do see daily MACD still rising to the heavens, and I imagine that the weekly probably closed above the top side trailing band. In fact, it did. So if this one does want to have a move down and test around 84 and a half to $85, I think that would actually be an opportunity on first pass. The way that I look at this, especially from a weekly perspective, is that as long as this one is closing above the top side trailing band, I look at it as still very, very likely to continue with current trend, in this case to the upside, with our general targets still in mind, of which we can plot out ever so briefly right here. We are at the 2-spot extension right there. Okay, again, you know, selling off on that is to be expected, but the next ones, if it starts to break out once again, are going to be in the 120, maybe even as much as 140 before the next sort of decent sized pullback. Again, I don't think it's like breaking out today, to be fair, and typically speaking, you will test the topside trailing band after breaking out of it, you know, on a week-to-week basis. You can see that all of these have in the past right here, all of these have right here, and even all of these have right here as well. And again, this, you know, can go on for quite some time. You see that this one did lead up all the way from January of 2021 and didn't even lose the topside trailing band until going for over 1,000% to May, which is just fucking insane. And we're just kind of getting started over here as well. So with that in mind, this is also coming alongside increasing MACD. And what's important about this MACD histogram right here is that we're actually making new highs on the histogram as well. So that is supported. If it was making lower highs on the histogram, that would be bad. It means that you have less momentum supporting this, right? Or that's a bad way of, you know, phrasing it, but basically less momentum on a new all-time high move. That's typically your divergence play. Anyways, go on over here and see if we see any sort of potential divergence signals going on right now. Daily RSI, it will be creating some bearish divergence at some point. Yes, no doubt about that. But for right now, do we have a local high in? No. How do we create a local high? Well, in this case, if we were to do it today, we'd have to come back down below about about $90. And then I'd be looking for a move probably down around to that $80 to $85 target or so. But for right now, looking, I don't know, more or less fine as far as, as far as this one looks. 5 days continuation as well. So I expect that this one does drive for another new all-time high run before pulling back in a more aggressive manner on a higher term time frame. I know that sounds crazy on a chart that looks like this, but again, it's, in my experience, not too wise to be front running a reversal until it happens. Daily Stokes still up there, again, in the critical zone. That is good, actually, or at least I don't look at this as, concerning until it comes back down below the critical zone. Where does that change around? $91.5 right there. And actually this daily indicator right here, which is a secret indicator right now, is also printing a bit of a signal as well. So I do like that, at least for the time being. I imagine that 4-hour time frame is a bit of a reset. Yes, indeed. 4-hour Stokes coming down will turn back up with any sort of a closure above 97.5. So with that in mind, let's see if we can come out with some short-term time frame ranges right here. And holy shit, man, this one like moves so fast. It's like I don't even have enough targets in there. All right, so here's your last daily low. This is just a continuation right here. I don't think that there's anything too concerning. 4-hour RSI is fine. Not anything too concerning right there as well. I'm sure someone's going to call that bearish divergence. It's not. You don't have a local fucking high. Jesus Christ. But more importantly, if this one does start to pull back down below about $90, not $90, kind of like the line in the sand for the short-term time frames. Bless you, sir. Bless you again, sir. But shut up. Anyways. At that point, I would be looking for that move down to like the mid to low $80 region. But for right now, still trending to the upside, and I would expect continuation here, probably sometime this week, 2 new highs, and then come back to it after that. We even have a drive of phantom hidden divergence for 12-hour right here as well, rather powerful. So I imagine that it probably does make one more leg up, maybe tests around like a 110 or so, and then comes back down perhaps. Overall, still one of the best charts in cryptocurrency land, if not the best chart in cryptocurrency land. Monthly going to be closing, of course, on what is it? When is the monthly close? Monthly closes on Tuesday evening, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time. There's nothing bearish about this monthly at all whatsoever, and I'd be looking for new all-time highs into September if it closes anywhere above $80, especially anywhere above $80. I would be looking for new all-time highs in September. Specifically, we can even look at it over here as well, and I'm sure that it is. Yeah, it doesn't even have enough to populate the trolling bands on the monthly. So there you go, man. Very, 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 very powerful chart. And again, I'm just hesitant to get bearish on something that looks like this for what it's worth. Hopefully that was helpful.